is the beginning of our family garden, starting on the deck but growing some things in containers. I do plan on getting a raised garden bed to put down below in the yard, so I will keep you posted. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So it's been a few months since I started gardening, and as you can tell, there has been a lot of progress in the garden. I've been posting some pics to my Instagram, so you can definitely check out some of the progress there. Next spring, I'm sure I'll do better. I'll grow more stuff, but since I started late, for my area, I think July is still kind of late for certain things, but I grew what I could. Got my cherry tomatoes here and they did pretty well. So I have it growing in a grow bag. I ordered these off Amazon in a set of 5, I believe, and I will link all the products that I've purchased for the garden in the description box below the video. But I think it grew pretty well, and I've been picking off cherry tomatoes for the last couple of months. So, and as you can see, there's a whole lot more to pick off today. The kids love the cherry tomatoes. They are so delicious. And here I have strawberries. Strawberries haven't been that great. I don't think this was the best container, or I didn't plant them right. But there are some flowers in there, so that means fruit will cometh. So that's always good to see when your plant starts to flower. Here I have my bell pepper plant, which is doing quite well. It is loaded with red bell peppers. There's one that's green. Got some oregano growing out of the pepper plant. Oregano grows so fast. I've just didn't know where to put it all, so I've been sticking it in different pots, so you'll see a lot of oregano. But yeah, the bell peppers are doing quite excellent. And then next to it, I believe these are serrano peppers, and the red one is the ripe one, but I think you can pick them green too. I'm not sure, but I usually pick them red. Lots of beautiful peppers on there. And I have this growing in such a little pot. This one also. So definitely next year I will have bigger pots. And this grow bag that's hanging up, more oregano. And then on the other side, in the other pocket, I have some romaine lettuce. And then this is my pineapple plant. It was actually my daughter's pineapple plant that we planted out here because she wanted to see if she could actually grow pineapple. And so this came off the top of an actual pineapple, and it's doing quite well. I put like a little piece of oregano in here, and it just took over the whole pot. So I'm gonna have to take that out. And when the weather changes, I will bring this plant inside, otherwise it would die. Alright, so I'm going to take you down here to the raised garden bed. Make a pit stop over here to my little herb container over here. I have this massive oregano plant that was once a little tiny plant. Herbs grow really well there. I didn't realize it was so easy to grow herbs. You should never have to buy another spice. You just grow them all yourself. You can save so much money. Now this is my sweet basil plant. All of this brown stuff you can get the seeds from, so I will not have to buy any more sweet basil. I can just save all the seeds. So next year I do plan on having a ton of sweet basil along with oregano. Even got a blackberry bush here that I've started. So we'll see how well that goes. That used to be my cucumber plant, but it just didn't make it. I did get a few cucumbers off, so next year we'll have to try again. Alright, so here is the raised garden bed. Everything in this garden bed was grown from seed, except for the marigolds. I used to deadhead these and just throw this part away. I had no idea that this is where the seeds are. So what you do is you save all these up, especially when the plant dies and it's all dried out. And so when they're black like that at the end, that means they're good seeds, or they're supposed to be good seeds. So I will be saving a lot of these instead of throwing them away. In this first row here, I planted a whole bunch of romaine lettuce, but I only had 2. This may be actually 4 plants. But yeah, the whole row was supposed to be romaine, but I got this little healthy bunch here. It's really good, and it is pretty much ready to eat. These taller plants are callaloo, which seem to be the bug's favorite in the garden. It's Jamaican callaloo, and this is a very hard to find green, which is why I'm growing it. It's supposed to have a similar taste to spinach. I'm not sure because I've never tasted it, just what I heard. It's an alkaline green. And if you are on the Dr. Sebi lifestyle, spinach is not approved, but callaloo is. So this is a great green to grow. I got one purple one. It's awful pretty. The bugs don't seem to bother it as much. Alright, so then in this little section here I have my kale, the Lacento kale, which I really love to make kale chips with. So I decided to grow my own. And it's been struggling because the bugs really like the kale too. I have them protected here. And these were actually a do-it-yourself project that I did a few weeks ago. And they really do work. They help create a little bit of shade and protection, especially against critters. Yeah, they're finally trying to grow. I have a bigger plant over there. And then I planted a whole new row of kale about a month ago, and it's already gotten this big. So that's pretty cool. And then right there I have some green onions that are struggling. And then here I have more romaine growing. And this right here is taking over the garden bed. I'm glad it's just one plant. I actually had 6 seeds, only 1 survived. And this is my huge zucchini plant, which I'm most excited about because it keeps getting bigger and bigger. But something kept messing with the flowers, and it would grow a little bit and the flowers would fall off, and of course the fruit would just not get any bigger or just die. I may get a full-size zucchini here soon, hopefully. Something keeps messing with it. I have it in this little wooden trellis because when the storm came, not only did it mess up my cherry tomato plant, but it also damaged my zucchini plant, and so I had to put this up for support. The trellis seems to be helping to keep it together. And then I have this watermelon plant that is growing, and this was actually started from a seed of a watermelon that I had eaten. I've actually got some flowers here, so I don't know if it's going to have enough time before the frost hits to actually make a watermelon, but we'll see how that works. But it finally started to grow. And next to it I have my Roma tomatoes, and they're starting to flower as well. So hopefully I will get some Roma tomatoes. Alright, so I'm going to go on the other side. Alright, so here's a better look at the zucchini plant. That's pretty much everything that I have growing in the garden. I have some things over here. This is mostly flowers. I do have my grapevine over there. I've got to figure out what to do with that because the way it was trellised was not right, even though it did produce a lot of grapes. I'm going to do better and figure out something else. And I have just ordered a new raised bed, so I'm going to be putting another one right next to this one soon. I probably will not put any seeds or anything in it. I'll just have it prepared for next spring. Oh, I forgot this plant. This is actually burdock. Even though burdock's more like a wild plant, I decided to grow my own burdock because I love burdock tea, burdock root tea. So I'm growing it just for the roots, which I don't know if this is deep enough to grow burdock because it's the roots that you want. So that's an experiment. It's got a bug on it. That's an experiment, so we'll see how the burdock turns out. And these are my garden cloches that I made from items I got at the Dollar Tree. This is $2 for each one. And here's my bigger kale plant. The bugs leave it alone. I'll actually be able to enjoy my own kale from my garden. Alright, so thanks so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my little garden tour. Definitely stay tuned. I will do an update. As always, more videos to come. Bye.